Hello everyone, this is Soldier here. Welcome back to our Let's Play Dominions 4, Ulm Storm of Vampires. It is now winter in year 7 of the Ascension Wars, and you can see here that we have completed research in Conjuration. We will actually almost have that next level of Conjuration research done next turn, but not quite. When that's done, we can actually do something like calling a Wraith Lord. But we can't quite get that one yet. Anyways, we cast Curse of Blood, Dark Knowledge, no more Augury. We actually found something in the dark, so let's take a look at that. Crust of Molten Sulfur, so we've increased our Fire Gem income. We're now up to 7 per turn, so that's not terribly bad. And we cast Bind Demon Lord. We found Belial. Let's take a look at him. What do we have here? Alright, so he is Fire 4, Nature 4, and Blood 4. So that's kind of interesting. He causes unrest, which is slightly unfortunate. I think pretty much all the Demon Lords are going to cause unrest. This one actually is a Bringer of Bad Fortune. So I guess it's a good thing we have a number of fortune tellers here that can prevent bad events. He's actually pretty decent though. His stats are not terribly bad. He's invulnerable. He causes fear. He can fly. What is this Flail of Misfortune? It's 2 attacks with that. Curses luck. What does it say about him? He will serve his summoner, knowing that the summoner will surrender his soul when he dies. Yes, it's a good thing the summoner is a immortal vampire, so he's going to be waiting for a little while. Alright, anyways. Let's see what he can forge, if he can forge anything new and interesting. The Manual of Crossbreeding. This guy might actually be quite good at crossbreeding. Increases the chance of breeding something powerful. Oh, he can actually forge the Boots of Callus the Druid. That could definitely be quite useful for us. He can forge the Armor of Twisting Thorns. Gives a Nature and Blood Magic bonus. That actually might be quite good for himself. A Hell Sword. Fire Resistance gives a Life Drain. Actually, it's it's maybe not quite as good as the Wraith Sword. I believe the Wraith Sword gives you some extra defense. This just gives you some fire resistance. Okay. I mean, all in all, he's not terribly bad. I've never really been a huge fan of the crossbreeding spell, but it might be worth a try with something like the Manual of Crossbreeding here. Of course, this guy here is about the only one that I have that could actually cast the crossbreeding spell. Let's see what spells he can cast here. He can contact Lamias, Awaken Sleeper. He could potentially cast the Mother Oak. It's already been cast, but we might could actually override it. Maybe Fate of Oedipus and burn out the eyes of the person that has cast the Eyes of God spell. He can do Gift of Reason, and he can also do Improved Crossbreeding. Now, we don't actually have any luck in our provinces, so that is already going against us. They've actually got misfortune there. If we had somewhere that had some positive luck skills, we might could try something out there, but we don't. So anyways, let's just go ahead and have him I may actually want to go ahead and just move him to a province that's already kind of low income and everything. Something like this one. This has only got decent gold because it's got the gem deposits. How far can this guy move in a single turn? Only 3 spaces, but he can move all the way up to there. So let's go ahead and do that. And what else do we want to do here? I think we're gonna equip yeah, let's equip this guy here. And those items. Instead of that, let's give him the anti-magic amulet and a slave matrix. He kind of needs some armor and a shield and a sword. We could give him perhaps the twin spear. I don't know. Alright, why not? Let's give him the twin spear. He's got pretty decent strength, so he should be able to kill a few people with that. And we actually have positive dominion there now, so that's good. Okay. We can now move all of our vampires up there. What are these guys? Fellow from Ulm? Fellows are citizens that adhere to subversive and often strange teachings not in accordance with the true faith. They sometimes practice rituals of obscure purpose and use secret signs to identify their brethren. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Alright, so we can send a pretty decent amount of troops to attack. We're gonna send a Rekard there. Rekard, Ratchis, and Balthazar. Rekard, Ratchis. Where the heck is Balthazar? Right there. Okay, so they're gonna move right there. Looks like Agartha actually managed to expel the enemy from his lands. That is good news. let's go ahead and give a lifelong protection contract to him. Zenin. Where is he? Okay, we've already got him in the back. Let's just make sure these guys are all in the back as well. It doesn't matter so much with them. Don't really care about the vampires. Let's get them in the back. And Wormwood the Banelord, he's perfectly fine where he's at. Alright, so let's go ahead and move him up there. Okay, do we actually not have any... That's amazing. Oh no, I guess we have one guy that's got some fire magic. Let's go ahead and... I guess build a lab there. That way we don't have to abandon the province anyways. Better yet. I guess I can build another temple here. I'd like to go ahead and set up a communion for these guys, so I guess building a lab is fine. And let's go ahead and move some of these priests here on over there as well. Let's move some more of these priests too. I guess they kind of have to stop right there. He can go ahead and fly on up there. And I guess he'll walk on that way. Let's have him summoning allies. Okay, I think we've kind of skipped reading a few messages anyways here. We had Harspex, Dark Knowledge. We summoned a pretty good amount of blood slaves. One of our priests was suddenly attacked by 3 float cat horrors. What the heck are float cat horrors? That's interesting. It's a float cat. Hello, little kitty. Damage reversal. Okay. Yes. I'm pretty sure that this priest is not going to win the battle. What does he have here? He's got a ring of tamed lightning. If only that was a ring of tamed horrors. Okay. And we had a battle in Sermiok here. Looks like Joman is attacking us again. And they're attacking us with another decent army there. We've got all of our communion getting into full swing of it again. And this time, their pretender god does not have that wonderful ritual of returning that he had that last time that allowed him to escape. So therefore he is not going to escape this time, and he is going to die. Dying is good. As long as it's the enemy pretender god. So he's no longer going to be Astral 7 and Water 5, so he'll now be Water 4 and Astral 6. Let's see our Bane Lord start chopping some people up here, hopefully. Our imps are keeping the enemy busy already, as they usually do. Looks like they're kind of getting in the way of our Bane Lord as well. Oh yeah, he's gonna get over here and start chopping up some ogres. Actually, yeah. Let's watch him chop up some ogres and some snakes. Come on, little Bane Lord. Oh yeah. He's definitely taking them out there. Although he is kind of about to be by himself unless a whole bunch more imps show up. Although I think he pretty much takes out like 2 squares each turn. So there went 1 square, there went a second square. Oh yeah, he's got those guys running. So it's like the Bane Lord is holding this half of the enemy army, and these guys have the other half. That worked out alright. Looks like we've managed to paralyze him. He's paralyzed for about 19 turns. So that should be more than enough time to kill him. So those guys are all surrounded. They're about to die. We need to... yeah, we really need to get some more troops over here to besiege that fortress in Sirmiok. That way we can take that thing down a little faster. Actually, it wouldn't hurt to forge some magic items that would help us to take out the fortress gates a little faster too. Not sure if our Earth 2 guys can actually do that. If they can, I think I'm going to do a few of those. I forget what they're called. I think there's like a horn, like the war horn of Jericho or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. And then you have the gate cleaver. So there's an axe that will help you to besiege an enemy fortress, and there's a miscellaneous war horn. Both of those are quite nice to include in any of your attacking armies. Especially considering that we don't really need huge numbers of troops in our armies, with all of our imps that we're summoning every turn. So he's down to less than half of his hit points that he had at the beginning of the battle. And the imps are doing a pretty good job of taking him out. $171. It'd be nice if we could give him a couple more afflictions before he died. That way when they call him back, he'll have those. Maybe a nice a mute or feeble bind or something like that. That nice 25-point damage hit could have potentially done something, but unfortunately not. Oh, he's awake. Come on, kill the man before he gets out of here. He's at 109 hit points. Oh yes, we paralyzed him again. That's good. He's paralyzed for 45 turns. Oh yeah. That is definitely doomed him. 86 hit points. 63. Come on, give him another affliction before he dies. I don't think we're gonna luck out and give him any afflictions. I wish there was a spell as like an affliction spell that would give some sort of affliction to an enemy. That would actually be pretty cool. If you knew you were going to be facing an enemy like that, just cast the affliction spell. Really possible there is something like that, maybe in blood magic, but anyways, you have killed our god. This war will not end until every one of your people is dead. Okay, so Gentleman's happy about that. And our blood vortex has collected 57 blood slaves. That's nice. We're losing people from some of our provinces here. And Othkar was discovered and attacked in Spire Springs. And Sparka was discovered. Who is Sparka? I don't even know who Sparka is. Okay. And it looks like we discovered a few sneaking enemies. And we have started to destroy the gate at the fort in Sermiak. But we need time to succeed. Alright. Let's, first of all, run down here. I was kind of thinking that I'd summoned another demon lord, but apparently not. Okay. Oh yeah. I guess this was the demon lord that I summoned this turn. Okay, so we've got him sneaking. Alright. What else do you want to do here? Let's take a look at our Earth 2 guy here. And we have a Smasher, Dwarven Hammer. Where's the Gate Cleaver? Okay, the Gate Cleaver. That we actually need some Earth Boots to forge, which we can definitely do. I know it helps in besieging castles, but it doesn't tell you how many. Alright. That Horn of Jericho, that is a miscellaneous item. I think that's actually an air item. And I don't have many people with air magic. And I certainly have nobody with high levels of air magic, so with that being the case, I don't think that we can forge that. Let's take a look here. The Wall Shaker. That's going to require 3 air magic. I mean, we definitely have more air gems available than we do the other stuff, which would be kind of nice to use that instead of earth gems. Anyways, we have got Sirkrazil, the Vampire Lord. Let's go ahead and start moving him up here. I guess move him up there. And we are moving them up here to attack Kalium right there. Hopefully we'll manage to rout their army. Alright, looking up here. We need to finish that lab so I can go ahead and give some nice items to some of these guys to get a good communion going there. Alright. Guess I can go ahead and move these guys up there as well. At least right there. Let's get them up there. What does he have? He's got Armor of Knights. He doesn't need Armor of Knights. He's just a crappy regular troop. We're going to take that away from him and give it to someone that deserves it. Okay. We've got all these guys here. They can all forge some lifelong protection contracts for us. I believe that's what we're going to do. Or I could go ahead and summon yet another Demon Lord. I'm not sure which one I want to do. I think we're going to go ahead and do the lifelong protection contracts. Go ahead and get a few of those under our belt. And we'll summon another Vampire Lord as well. Or we may even forge a blood item, possibly. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, we'll go ahead and summon a Vampire Lord with Curse of Blood. That only leaves us with 13 Blood Slaves. Taking a look at what she can do. You gotta look. Ardman's Soul Trap. Have the Disease Grinder. Ah. Who else can forge something interesting here? Can she? Oh, we need some more water gems, actually. If I go ahead and let's just have her side search a bit. So Shift M, and I guess we'll do Harspex. We're looking for some more nature sites. If I find another nature site, then we'll go ahead and switch back over to searching for water sites, possibly. And both of them are moving along. Unselect everyone, and looking at ritual spells that we can cast here. Sending Horrors, Looming Hell, Forces of Ice. I think let's go ahead and do an empowerment here. Well, we could power. Yeah, let's go ahead and power air. Let's get air up to level 2. And after that, we may want to empower Astral again. Because ultimately, I would like to have our Astral magic up to level where we can cast Wish. It would be great if we could be wishing for blood slaves. Get a nice 250 blood slaves per turn. Of course, in order to do that, we would also need to have the... what is it called? The Arcane Nexus. But we have a bit of work to do to get our Pretender up to a level where she can actually do something like that. I'm just having second thoughts about actually using the air gems to empower an air magic when I could potentially alchemize them for some astral pearls and empower in astral. But I mean, air magic is always useful to have too. I guess we'll just stick with that. And let's go ahead and have him research. He can research as well. So we're doing okay with unrest there. Unrest is not particularly great there, but it hasn't gone completely crazy yet. Let's have these guys preaching here. And these guys... they can research, but I think I'm going to have two of them forge some slave matrices here. Let's check our magic item treasury. I've got enough for 3 communion masters. Yeah, that's good enough, I think. Alright, so Gelman's actually hurting pretty badly here, to be perfectly honest. Once I can take that province, he is going to be in serious trouble, I do believe. I'm actually strongly considering sending all of these guys up there to go ahead and continue helping to siege that castle there. How many undead can he? He can leave 45 undead. And that would actually greatly help us out. That's all the undead he can lead. But those guys can lead some as well. Alright, taking a look here, we are at 33 supply usage, and we have 167 supply usage there. So that would put us at about 200 supply usage, and there are only 135 supplies there. So we really actually need a couple more endless bags of wine. So let's forge one of him. And research and forge. That would give us a supply bonus of 100 for 15 nature gems versus... it all comes out to be the same, really. So we'll forge 2 of those. And that would take it down to 67. So With 2 more endless bags of wine, we would be fine with everything that we have in that province. Okay, we're building a temple there. Let's go ahead and move him here. Let's move them there. And on that next turn, we are going to attack that province. We can go ahead and recruit some more of these. And that's all we can recruit there. Let's go ahead and give them to him. I don't know if we really want to mix those troop types. That's fine anyways. We should definitely be able to take them out anyways. What do we have here? We still got 15 there. And we have 10 there. So let's go ahead and recruit another commander there. And we'll start working him that way to replace any losses that we're going to incur. Because we are no doubt going to incur some losses there. So I'm seeing here that this stuff is no longer under enemy dominion, so that's nice. Actually, I don't need to recruit that because I already had a commander there, so let's go ahead and get him on heading that way anyways. And we've got our... Can these guys do any more dark knowledge? Not really. Okay, so they'll just research there. And he can summon some allies. Got a decent amount of troops there. Okay. Uric here is moving right there. He's going to pick up some more vampires. And he'll pick up those Black Templars and the Zweihanders. And what was our Pretender doing? She is empowering, I guess, for lack of something better to do. Let's see if we can cast Dark Knowledge here. No, we can't. How about Arcane Probing? We can do Arcane Probing. We might actually be able to do that here in a spot or two. Shift M, Arcane Probing, no. We've done all the Arcane Probing that we can do right there. Let's have him research. We're forging several more lifelong protection contracts. And let's get him up there. Excellent. All right. So, hopefully, with any luck, we'll actually take that province back from Kalium, and we can later relinquish that and give it back to Agartha. We'll have them research. I think I could use a few more lifelong protection contracts for this army. We've lost a few over time, which is slightly unfortunate, but you know, it happens. And we actually have kind of roughly the same amount of lifelong protection contracts here. I haven't counted them, but yeah, more or less it should be something in the neighborhood. Okay, let's have him research. And still going to take more than one additional turn. Let's have him preach. Okay. We're going to go ahead and end our turn. We can go ahead and end the video as well. So, as always, if you enjoy our videos, I hope you'll like and subscribe. And we will see you again soon. Thank you very much.